Just after 7 this morning. Good morning, y'all. Thanks so much for staying with us here on CBS 19 Plus. I'm Jesus Martinez.
Hope you're having a good Tuesday so far. I'm Dana Dixon. Well, we want to get over to Joel now. It's a gorgeous sunrise over Nacogdoches this morning in SFA. Feeling a little bit nicer out there with that humidity down just a titch.
That is exactly right. That lower humidity is really keeping us nice and cool this morning. Temperatures in the upper 50s to low 60s. So starting off on kind of a cooler note out there. You can see some of the haze out there. We got some areas of fog that we're watching for this morning, especially in our eastern counties. But as we look at Nacogdoches, a little bit of a light haze there. Temperatures once again in the upper 50s to low 60s. We got 65 in the Rose City and 65 in Jacksonville, down to 59 degrees in Nacogdoches, 59 also in Lufkin. Those dew points, very important numbers right there. Temperatures are dew points, I should say, in the upper 50s to low 60s. Those are very comfortable values as we go forward here. It's going to be feeling a lot more comfortable into this afternoon, despite it being kind of on the toasty side. We're up to 86 by 2 o'clock. 89 is what I'm going to be forecasting for the high for today. 88's holding on through Wednesday and Thursday. Partly cloudy skies enter the forecast for Thursday and Friday. As a cold front moves closer, we got some rain chances going into the weekend, which will break down in your full forecast coming up later.
All right, Joel, thanks so much. 7:02 this morning. President Trump is back at the White House after taking a victory lap in the Middle East for his role brokering the ceasefire deal between Israel and Hamas.
All 20 living remaining Israeli hostages were reunited with their families yesterday, and 4 bodies of deceased hostages have also been handed over, though 24 other bodies are still in Gaza right now. CBS News' Bradley Blackburn has more.
Tearful mourners placed flowers at a growing memorial outside a forensic center in Tel Aviv, where the bodies of 4 deceased Israeli hostages were brought for identification. The solemn scene, a stark contrast to Monday's celebrations of the return of the 20 remaining living Israeli hostages, reunited with their families after more than 2 harrowing years in captivity. These scenes unfolded as President Trump delivered a speech to Israel's parliament, touting his role in brokering the deal that made it all happen.
This is the historic dawn of a new Middle East.
There were also celebrations in Gaza and the West Bank after nearly 2,000 Palestinian prisoners were released as part of the deal, while aid trucks flowing into Gaza were swarmed by crowds. This mother says some people take aid while others get nothing. In Egypt Monday, the president also signed a peace and security declaration with the heads of Egypt, Qatar, and Turkey, and held a summit with dozens of world leaders.
The rebuilding is maybe going to be the easiest part. I think we've done a lot of the hardest part.
But questions remain on a number of issues, including whether Hamas will disarm. Who pays for the reconstruction of Gaza, which experts say could cost $53 billion? Which countries will contribute to the president's plan for an international security force in Gaza? And what a Palestinian government in Gaza will look like. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News.
President Trump continues to receive praise over the peace deal, including from his past political rivals. Former President Biden said in a statement that he commends President Trump and his team for their work to get a renewed ceasefire deal over the finish line. Former Vice President Kamala Harris, who ran against the president in 2024, said the deal is, quote, an important first step towards a more hopeful future.
Closer to home, both the East Texas Jewish and Muslim communities are reacting to what many are calling a historic step towards peace in the Middle East. Rabbi Neil Katz of Congregation Beth El says the timing of the ceasefire holds deep meaning, coming on the same holiday that marked the start of the war 2 years ago. And from East Texas Muslim community, Anwar Khalifa says it's a long-awaited step towards something better.
And so there's some poetic moment here that the holiday that was destroyed 2 years ago is now being celebrated with joy.
So I am hoping that this is the beginning of peace and prosperity for everybody there. And that's what they need. They just need to have hope.
Both leaders agree this isn't a full peace, but it is a pause, one they say offers a powerful opportunity to begin again.
It's 7:06 now. Severe weather slammed much of the country yesterday with a nor'easter dumping rain on millions in the Northeast and parts of California, surprised by early snowfall.
Now, Bradley Blackburn has the latest.
In New England, umbrellas were no defense against the wind and lashing rain Monday as the holiday weekend nor'easter barreled into Boston. The storm dumped several inches of rain across the region and led to coastal flooding. New Jersey declared a state of emergency after clocking winds of more than 60 miles per hour.
I got a deck of cards. We're going to play gin rummy and maybe hearts.
Air travel, already disrupted due to the government shutdown, faced more delays and cancellations. And tens of thousands were left without power after toppled trees took down transformers. In New York City, one woman was killed after winds sent a solar panel flying from a carport, striking her. Meanwhile, out west, there's new footage of rescuers lifting a driver from floodwaters over the weekend in Arizona. Their vehicle was swept downstream. Authorities there are still searching for another man believed to have been lost in fast-moving water.
This morning, the sheriff's office mobilized a pretty large search and rescue operation.
In California, more storms slammed the Bay Area Monday, dumping rain in San Francisco and Berkeley. While the Sierra Nevadas were surprised by some early season snowfall.
So were you ready for the snow today? Definitely not. Easy home dressed.
A hit of winter early in the fall as so much of the nation faces weather whiplash. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
Well, parts of Southern California are also facing flash flooding watches through tonight as heavy rainfall threatens areas scarred by wildfires. Those areas face significantly greater risks of mudslides, too.
7:08, time for your morning headlines on this Tuesday. The federal government shutdown is not letting tax filers off the hook. Tomorrow is still the last day to file 2024 federal income taxes with the Internal Revenue Service for most people who've requested an extension. Right now, most IRS locations are closed due to the shutdown, with tens of thousands of the agency's workers furloughed. Well, looking to make some extra cash for the holidays, Amazon says it plans to hire 250,000 seasonal workers this year. According to the company, seasonal employees make an average of more than $19 an hour. The announcement comes as job placement firm Challenger Gray & Christmas predicts the number of overall seasonal retail jobs will hit a 16-year low in 2025. Yeah, do you hear that? That's the sounds of liftoff. SpaceX launched its Starship mega rocket last night. Starship launched from Starbase, Texas, and spent an hour in orbit before splashing down in the Indian Ocean. SpaceX CEO Elon Musk says he is developing Starship in the hopes of eventually sending people to Mars.
Why not?
I don't know.
YOLO, right?
Yeah, well, sure.
YOLO. All right, 7:09 this morning. It's time for a question of the day. You got a YOLO on this one, too. It's all about sweets and desserts because today calories don't count. In honor of National Dessert Day, what is your favorite dessert? There's so many.
Gosh, this is hard. I don't eat a lot of dessert, but I sure do like a lot.
It's good. Joel, I think you have a running list in your head right now.
Oh yeah, I mean, y'all know I'm a chocolate guy.
Yeah.
So
He's
like
got a sweet
chocolate.
tooth.
Oh, I do.
He happily took a Kit Kat I gave him this morning. He was like,
Oh.
I'll take it.
Yeah,
Okay, so what's
bring
your
it on.
favorite, Joel? Just
I just
one of your favorites.
chocolate cake.
Okay, very good.
I mean, that's
Nice and
simple
simple.
with a little bit of fudge on there, hot fudge, maybe a little bit of vanilla ice cream on
Oh,
there.
vanilla
Okay.
ice cream, not chocolate ice cream.
Yeah, vanilla ice cream.
Balance it out
There's
a
a
little.
little bit of balance there. There's a little bit of balance. I won't take too much. I'll do a little bit of a balance with chocolate, vanilla ice cream, maybe some caramel,
Okay, sounds
whipped
good
cream.
to me.
There we go.
Oh,
It's getting
yeah.
fancy.
What about you?
Key lime pie.
Oh,
Hands
really?
down. Key lime pie or any like lemon flavored dessert.
I like, did you ever make lemon squares when you were little?
No, but I do like them.
I love those lemon squares with the powdered sugar on top.
There's also another one with the vanilla wafers. It's like a lemon mousse type of thing, and you
Okay.
layered it, and that's really good too.
That sounds good.
It's like a key lime pie, but with like cookies.
I was gonna go like holiday. If we're talking holidays, it's definitely pecan pie. I
Pecan
love
pie.
pecan pie.
I like that too. Oh yeah, around the holidays, absolutely.
But I've got more, and we're going to talk about this question a little bit later, so I'll
Right.
just keep on
Or-
guessing.
Or also anything pepperminty.
Oh, have you ever had peppermint ice cream?
Yes.
So good.
Do you like peppermint?
It's okay. Yeah, I mean like peppermint gum, for sure.
He said it's okay.
It's okay. Yeah.
I love it.
Ah, shame,
And
shame.
it has those little pieces in it, the little peppermint pieces.
Oh, yeah.
It's so good.
Do you like peppermint chocolate?
Like mint chocolate.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah.
Okay. That's better than okay. We got it pretty good.
Like you're talking about like those Andes or something?
The Andes you get.
It's not that it's bad. It's just like not my first choice. You know.
It'd probably be my first choice if we're
Really?
going like chocolate. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like a little something with my chocolate.
Cool. That's awesome. Sounds really yummy. Man, you're making me hungry now.
Let's
All
do
right.
it. All right.
Let's check in on traffic now, see how things are shaping up on this Tuesday, Joel.
Alrighty, Roo, let's go to our CBS19 on-scene unit this morning. It's a beautiful sunrise. Look at that. There is the sun. We're looking at Old Jacksonville Highway this morning. It's a gorgeous morning this morning. We got traffic starting to pick up a little bit, so trying to leave with a little bit of extra time this morning as that traffic starts to pick up. Let's take you on over to our I-20 report this morning. Things are still in pretty good shape. We got 2 hours over to Dallas. We also have an hour and 30 minutes over to Shreveport. As for US 69, still looking pretty good out there. We got 2.5 hours up to Denison and an hour and 30 over to Lufkin. Some of the other routes are here across the area. Jacksonville to Nacogdoches up to a 55-minute commute. Tyler to Longview, 40 minutes. Tyler to Palestine up to 55 minutes now. And Tyler to Athens, a 45-minute commute for you this morning. We have current visibilities here across the area. We have our lowest spot right now, 1.75 miles in Carthage. There's some very dense fog in that area, some light haze across Nacogdoches, Crockett, and Groveson. Otherwise, things are looking pretty good. Just really watch out for Carthage. We got some very dense fog in that area in particular. But overall, most of the area is in pretty good shape, giving you green lights all the way through 9 o'clock. Temperatures starting out in the upper 50s to middle 60s, upper 80s for this afternoon. Lots of sunshine going forward. That's why I'm giving you green ×3 for this afternoon.
All right, thank you, Joel. Well, if you haven't been to the State Fair of Texas this year, there is less than a week left to do that.
Yeah, time is running out, but missing out is not the concern for one Texas man who's seeing more of the fair than anyone ever has. How long? Well, Sean Gigi explains.
Seemed like yesterday.
At age 5, he had no idea he was starting a streak.
No, I don't.
Even at 75, he was oblivious to his achievement.
Oh, yeah.
But today, David White has fully embraced his remarkable run.
Wasn't trying to set a record or anything, and then I realized that, hey, I haven't missed.
This 85-year-old Dallasite has attended every state fair of Texas since 1945. That's 80 in a row.
Haven't missed one.
David first came to the state fair with his parents when he was 5.
Yeah.
And 8 decades later, he's the record holder. No one has ever attended more.
Of course, I'm very fortunate to have been able to do this for as long as I have.
Each year, he goes just once and avoids going on Senior Day because he says those old folks just get in the way.
They move slow, so you can't get around as fast, can't see as many things. So
every year follows a similar pattern.
Okay, thank you.
He eats the same foods, tacos and tamales, and visits the same attractions.
Used to come through here and see the Model Ts.
Although he's been coming so long, he's become an attraction.
We love this. So it's your 80th fair?
People often stopping to take pictures.
That is awesome.
David's daughter, Linda Davidson, says that's the best part.
It brings joy for me, and get to share that with him is so much fun.
To David, the state fair is a vacation. No, truly, he once used his vacation to work at the fair.
Yeah. I gotta try that.
Because he says few things bring this much joy.
Never have.
Which is why nothing will keep him from coming back. Not even age or arthritis.
I would have to go in a wheelchair or one of those scooters that the people ride around in.
Or worse yet, Senior Day.
Senior Day.
In Dallas.
All right, here we go.
I'm Sean Gigi.
Still living young.
He's not going on Senior Day.
All right, 7:15 this morning. Still ahead, the city of Tyler is still urging water conservation after flooding damaged the Lake Palestine plant. How it affects you, coming up next.
And wildfire danger in the east, flood risk out west. Governor Abbott activates emergency crews. Details next.
It's time for CBS 19 Sports.
Morning, y'all. Dan Millay with your sports here. Appreciate you joining us. Now, here at CBS 19, we're located in Tyler, of course, right, the Rose City. So during the week, it can be tough to get out to all those far away places that our station reaches. But let me zoom in here because I want to talk about some schools that are a bit far from us but are making waves on the football field, namely Nacogdoches, Elysian Fields, Atlanta, Dangerfield, Sulphur Springs, and Athens. Here we go. Starting with the Dragons. Nacogdoches has been firing on all cylinders, sitting at 5-1 after a narrow 21-20 win over Hallsville. If Nat can win just one more game, it'll be the best season the program has had since 2014, when the Dragons went 6-5 and made the playoffs. In fact, they've had just 2 winning seasons since 2009, so big things happening in the Dragons' den. Elysian Fields, meanwhile, is coming off a pretty strong 7-4 season, and the Yellow Jackets have looked even tougher this year, matching that win total through their first 7 games of the season. Then the Troop are the only teams on either of our Fab 15 rankings that have started the season 7-0, and we'll be checking on those rankings in a minute. Atlanta is another team that expects success, coming off of 3 straight playoff appearances. Folks, I remember back in week 1 when I saw their highlights against Pleasant Grove. I wasn't sure if it was going to be the Rabbits' year, but since then they've reeled off 6 straight wins, and they looked as strong as ever in a 35-0 drubbing of Sabine this past Friday. To Dangerfield now, if I were talking about these teams after week 3, I would not have been mentioning the Tigers, who stumbled out to an 0-3 start, but they seem to be getting stronger and stronger with each passing week, starting their turnaround with a 38-27 win over Center, and then really making a statement on Friday, hanging 82 points on Queen City. In Sulphur Springs, the last 5 years have been ones of real transformation for the Wildcats. In 2021, this program was 0-10. Then came a 7-win season, an 8-win season, a 10-win season, and now it looks like they can continue to get even better at 5-1 here in 2025. The team is coming off its first loss of the season, though, so looking to bounce back this Friday against Paris. And finally, the Hornets of Athens are hunting for their 3rd playoff appearance in a row, out to a 5-1 start themselves. Athens really kicked its season off strong with a 56-49 win over Henderson. Maybe to this point still the Hornets' most impressive win of the year, but they'll really be tested this Friday. They've got Carthage on the road. We'll really see what kind of squad they've got after that. All right, let's talk this week's Fab 15. A lot of teams we just talked about feature here, starting with the big schools. 1 through 6 is almost the same as last week. Carthage to Sulphur Springs, there are those Wildcats. Lufkin and Canton round out the first half at 7 and 8. Second half of the list, there's Athens at 9. Longview, Chapel Hill, and Marshall have all dropped behind them. Then it's Henderson. Nacogdoches moves up from 15 to 14. And Van cracks the top 15 after missing out last week. They throttled Spring Hill 49-26 on Friday. To the smaller schools, first half, 1 through 8, very similar to last week. Palestine Westwood stays in the top spot. They've been there since the very beginning of the season. Elysian Fields holding strong at the 7th spot with that undefeated 7-0 record we talked about. Back half, now we're talking. We got 3 newcomers here. First, there are those Atlanta Rabbits we talked about. They've officially cracked the top 10, but towards the bottom of your screen, it's Jefferson, Edgewood, and Garrison, all unranked on last week's poll. In MLB postseason action, Mariners in Toronto last night hoping to take a 2-0 series lead in the ALCS as Julio Rodriguez jumpstarts things with a 3-inning first run homer. Blue Jays would come back to tie it, but then in stepped Jorge Polanco. This big fly makes it 6-3 Seattle, and they go on to win it 10-3, taking that commanding 2-0 series lead. And in Milwaukee, Dodgers and Brewers were deadlocked at 0 until the top of the 6th when Freddie Freeman deposits this pitch into the right field seats, putting LA up 1-0. And on the mound, they got a masterful performance from Blake Snell. The lefty tossed 8 innings of no-run, 1-hit ball with 10 strikeouts as the Dodgers take Game 1 of the series 2-1. That's all the time we have for sports. Morning, y'all. Back to y'all.
All right, Dan, thanks so much. We're about to step away for just a brief moment while we do our over-the-air broadcast with a quick news update.
We'll be right back with more here on CBS 19+.
Good morning, y'all. I'm Jesus Martinez.
And I'm Dana Dixon. Thanks for joining us for this news update. The city of Tyler is still asking people to follow water restrictions after damage to the Lake Palestine water treatment plant late last week.
Yeah, flooding happened in the filter gallery at Lake Palestine, and they had to shut that plant down because of that. The city says the plant has been partially reopened, and now since then, 4 out of the 8 filters at Lake Palestine are producing water right now because of the filter under drain damage. Now, city officials say repairs are underway, but it's not clear when they'll be finished. The cost will depend on how severe the damage turns out to be. However, they said that you won't have to pay any extra for these repairs. That's because the city has already allocated money from capital improvement projects that they will pull from.
We're asking our customers to please continue helping out and ensuring the whole community has sufficient water pressure by looking at those times that you're watering and going by the stage 2 restrictions. And again, I want to say thank you to our customers for helping us out in this time when we really needed it.
And just as a reminder, the city of Tyler is under that stage 2 water conservation, meaning residents are being asked to reduce their usage of water by 10%. We have a full list of those restrictions on our website, CBS19.tv. Now just an update on a story we first told you about yesterday on Morning Y'all. The pedestrian involved in a crash in Tyler has died. Police say it happened around 5:30 yesterday morning on Van Highway near the intersection of Loop 323. The person was taken to the hospital but later died from their injuries. That driver stayed at the scene and was not hurt, and investigators say this is not a hit and run. The victim's name has not been released yet.
Governor Greg Abbott is warning Texans to stay alert as wildfire danger and flood risk grow across the state. He has activated more state emergency crews, including firefighters, aircraft, and swiftwater rescue teams to prepare for fast-moving wildfires here in East Texas and possible flooding out west. The Texas A&M Forest Service says dry vegetation, strong winds, and heat are fueling that fire threat, while storms moving in from Mexico could bring heavy rain and flash flooding. All right, let's get a check of your weather. We talked about all that dry weather. Hopefully we can get some rain here soon, Joel.
Right, yeah, and on that topic of wildfires, this is the reason why right here we got that area of high pressure that's keeping us warm. It's also keeping us dry. We're going to continue to be that way over the next few days here. We're also watching, again, that high risk for fire danger over the next few days here. As we move forward, high fire danger risk across much of the eastern half of the viewing area, even some very high fire risks across Center and Lufkin. That's that lack of rainfall that we've been seeing over the past several days and that we're going to be seeing over the next couple of days until we get to this weekend. We do have some rain chances in the forecast, but we now have burn bans that include Jefferson and Palestine, all these areas, all these counties in red, still under that burn ban until further notice. Your 7-day forecast is going to be pretty quiet until we get to Saturday and Sunday. That's when the rainfall is going to be coming into the forecast.
Welcome back to Morning Y'all here on CBS 19 Plus.
This is what's coming up in our second half hour. As Camp Mystic begins signing up new campers for next year, the state is continuing to look into circumstances surrounding the 4th of July floods that claimed over 130 lives. Lawmakers announcing this week the formation of 2 new investigative committees.
And if feeling drowsy during the day, well, a new study warns it could affect your brain after surgery. What researchers say older adults should know. Coming up.
And we got a pretty dry forecast, at least in the meantime, over the next couple days. But our next chance of rain will be arriving into this weekend. Could be some strong to severe thunderstorms as well. We'll take a look at all the forecast details coming up in your forecast on Morning Y'all on CBS 19 Plus.
Together, we're putting East Texas first. You're watching Morning Y'all on CBS 19 Plus.
Good morning, y'all. I'm Dana Dixon.
And I'm Jesus Martinez. Thank you so much for staying with us here on CBS 19 Plus.
7:32 now. Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick has announced the creation of special Senate and House committees. Now, their job is to investigate the deadly flooding that hit parts of Texas back in July. Lawmakers will review the state's response and look for ways to prevent future disasters. In a letter, the lieutenant governor said he was shocked, though, to see Camp Mystic begin to sign up campers for next year. This comes just months after 27 girls were killed when floodwaters swept through the camp in July. Patrick says the committee will be tasked with examining the facts and circumstances surrounding the flooding. Officials from Camp Mystic will also be invited to testify along with others. Many worry the new rules, though, could force smaller camps to close. Texas youth camps say that new safety regulations could price them out of business. The proposed rules, introduced after the deadly Camp Mystic flood along the Guadalupe River, would increase license fees from just a few $100s to as much as $11,000 for large overnight camps. Day camps could also face higher costs depending on how many kids they serve. The state is also requiring flood evacuation plans, weather alert systems, and even dual internet connections to receive emergency warnings, something rural camps say they can't easily get. Officials argue that the changes will make camps safer, but operators warn it could shut down smaller nonprofit programs before next summer.
All right, take a look at this. A Houston area church is asking for the community's help this morning after the pumpkin patch bandits were caught on camera stealing pumpkins meant for a fundraiser. Surveillance video shows a man and a woman helping themselves to the pumpkins at that church in the middle of the night on Sunday. The pumpkins are a part of the church's annual fundraiser, money that helps feed families, support veterans, and provide scholarships.
It hurts my heart that people would steal at all. I would love for them to come back and say, hey, we are sorry for what happened, and give back the funds that would cover the cost of those pumpkins so that we can continue to do the good work.
Well, since posting about the theft online, the church has received hundreds of dollars in donations.
Well, whether it's football or baseball, we all love cheering on our favorite teams.
That's right. Lotto Perez shows us how one kid lit up Dodgers Stadium with his unstoppable spirit.
This is the now viral video of 9-year-old Dallas Perez on his feet at Dodger Stadium, raising the roof, leading the chants, clapping till his hands probably hurt, never even once sitting down for every second of all 11 innings of last week's walk-off win versus the Phillies.
Oh, I knew it was going to be a great game from the first or second inning, because I saw both pitchers just having their A game, and I was just like, it's going to be a good game.
So, Big D, as he's called, says he knew his job.
Like, I just wanted to just be the loud one.
It was the 4th Dodger game he'd ever been to in person, and Game 4 of the NLDS. We joined his Dodger-clad family tonight.
Let's go Dodgers!
Mom, Dad, sister Penelope, and Granddad, the OG fan in the family, to watch Game 1 versus the Brewers and to recap Dallas's performance, which he took very seriously.
That was like my main thing, just trying to get the crowd back into the game after we gave up that one run.
His unrelenting spirit and stamina that night started to get noticed by his mom and by other bleeders of blue in their section.
I mean, there was even times I myself would call him over, like, baby, take a break, like, drink some water, sit down. And he was like, no, Mom, no, I have to keep going. And he did not take a break.
At times, the crowd was still quiet, and he wouldn't give up. He would just keep getting him going. And sooner or later, the whole crowd went with his vibe.
And when it was over, the crowd went wild. Notoriously superstitious fans giving the young hype man credit for his part.
And you were also kind of emotional at the end of the game. Can you tell me why that was?
Yeah, because it was just like so fun because everybody was just like, you won because of you, like, and everybody was like giving me high fives and carrying me. It was just so cool.
Mom's proud post has gone viral with tens of thousands liking his determination. You know who else noticed? The Dodgers. They liked the post and sent a message telling Dallas the win was for him.
Yeah, it's just so cool how everybody's just like looking like I wouldn't have got there without everybody just like liking the video, commenting, and it was just so cool.
And his journal entry this weekend, it was titled "The Best Day of My Life."
So infectious.
Oh, it's adorable. Way to go.
Love it. All right, well, Taylor Swift is showing no signs of slowing down. She's keeping the Eras Tour love going. The first 2 episodes of a 6-part docuseries will be released on Disney Plus and Hulu on December 12th. The end of an era will give fans a behind-the-scenes look at the superstars' sold-out performances around the world from March of 2023 through December of last year. And there's more. It doesn't stop there. Also on December 12th, Taylor Swift, the Eras Tour, the final show, will drop. The concert film was shot that is during her last show of the tour in Vancouver on December 8th of last year. It'll include the full concert as well as the entire set of Taylor Swift's The Tortured Poets Department album, which is added onto there.
Do you think there's ever like an oversaturation factor, or people are just going to keep coming out?
At one point there has to be.
You think?
As much as love her music, but at some point it's like, all right, well, what's next? Well, then what's next?
I love her music too, and that concert was phenomenal. Like, I've just never seen anything like it before, how you wore the bands and it was all, you know, interactive sort of.
Lit up.
Yeah, it was gorgeous.
Yeah.
You kind of felt like you were part of the concert.
That's what you want at the end of the day.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
What does Christine think?
I'm not sure. I haven't talked to her about it in a while, to be honest. But I know she loves her Taylor Swift. So
who doesn't?
It's right. I mean, it's a good listen. All right, Halloween is just over 2 weeks away, but excitement is already building in Northern California, where a huge, I'm talking huge, pumpkin was held. There was a contest yesterday using a 5-ton digital scale. Look at those scales. Judges gave the grand prize for this one coming in at more than 2,300 pounds. The first place winner gets $9 for each pound the pumpkin weighs, so that's a lot of money, making this year's winner more than $21,000. I didn't do that math.
No.
Someone else did, so you know it's right. Okay, in 2023, a 2,749-pound pumpkin set a record, and we just don't understand how you grow one this size. Like, how do you know if you're going to get like a good size one, a normal one, a little one, or one of those
these huge tons? Yeah, that is a forklift. To weigh it.
How you bigger seed, bigger pumpkin? I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe you get a seed from one of the big pumpkins and just pass it down the line.
I'm interested. Do you water it more? Or do you even water pumpkins?
No. Do you?
I have no clue.
I just decorate them.
Zero clues.
No.
I just put them on my front doorstep in a nice little decoration and call it a day.
And call it a day. But you got to do it late enough or just in time, because if you do it too early, they're going to rot by Halloween.
Mushy pumpkins.
And then you're going to get raccoons at your doorstep.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
timing.
know that.
You don't want.
Timing
I
is
guess.
everything.
Timing is everything.
Yep.
All right. Well, a maze in North Dakota has set a Guinness World Record for the largest temporary wooden maze in the world. There's a category for records for everything. It's more than 40,000 square feet. That's about 2/3 of a football field, and it's got about 1.3 miles of pathway. So get your steps in, might as well.
Wow.
The closest comparison to the Fargo maze is one in Denmark. That's about 1/3 of that size. A Guinness official verified that the record last week, followed by a plaque awarded over the weekend. So,
I'm so scared I'd get lost and nobody would find me.
At that point, just yell help.
You just need a little those whistle things you can use in the woods as well.
Right? Say, hey, I'm here.
Remember those like puzzles that used to, they would, you know, and you'd try to get out or whatever?
Yeah.
I could never get out, so what if I didn't?
See, I worked on both. I cheated on those puzzles. I would work on both ends, and so I would just go and sort of meet my way in the middle.
So that won't work here.
That won't work here.
Yeah, there's no aerial view. You have to use a drone.
Right.
That's definitely cheating.
I wonder how that would work if you used a drone to guide your way out.
Also
a contest for that.
Well,
I would.
do know that some of them do come with like a map. and
Okay.
kind of trace your way through.
See, but then I'd get lost because then am I looking at the map this way or like if I turn this way, do I turn the map
It's like
this
at the mall.
way?
You are here.
I was like, well, where's this way? Because this way is that way on the map. It's a mess.
Anyway, it's not going, but if you want
No.
to, it is a Guinness World Record.
I want to go. I've
that's
never
pretty
been inside
cool.
like an actual maze.
I haven't either because they scare me.
It'll be fun. You got to do everything yellow.
I just want to get outside and enjoy the sunrise, though. It is gorgeous outside as you get ready to start your day, feeling a little bit nicer.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Starting off on kind of a cooler note, we'll be back up into the upper 80s for this afternoon. So just take it all in the best you can. We're taking a look outside at our CBS19 studio cam. The sun is out. We've got beautiful clear skies overhead. It's a great morning so far. Upper 50s to low 60s is what you're walking out the door with this morning. 65 in Tyler. We also have 64 in Jacksonville. Down to 59 in Nacogdoches and Lufkin. We also have 55. That's our cool spot in center this morning. We're also looking at dew point temperatures in the middle to upper 50s. These are very, very comfortable. This is a result of some drier air that filtered into the area. That's going to stick around for at least for a while. So that's something to definitely look forward to, especially given those hot afternoons. That is for sure. Let's take a look at the current visibilities now. Down to 1 mile visibilities and Carthage, down to 5 miles visibility in Henderson, 6 miles of visibility in Crockett. We also have 8 miles of visibility in Nacogdoches and Groveton. So you're noticing a little bit, if not a lot of bit, of a decrease in those visibilities, especially if you're within some of our eastern counties like Carthage, down to 1 mile of visibility. So make sure, just leave with a little bit of extra time and just use caution as you head out the door this morning. Now by this afternoon, definitely going to be a little bit of a toasty day to get on the patio. We'll be up to about 87 to around 89 degrees this afternoon. Luckily, it's going to be a little bit on the dry side for sure as far as the humidity, but it's still definitely going to still be very toasty. We'll have plenty of sunshine to work with, so that's some good news there. Sunshine holds on all the way through Wednesday, then partly cloudy skies enter the forecast chat on Thursday and Friday, and then we are looking at a chance for strong to severe thunderstorms during the second half of Saturday. I'll show you all the details in your forecast coming up later.
All right, Joel, thanks so much. We'll get ready to roll with style. We're taking you inside a Tyler shop where lowriders aren't just cars, they're works of art.
Welcome back, 7:45 now. There's new progress in the fight against prostate cancer. A Flinders University study identified 2 enzymes in the body that can cause cancer cells to grow and then resist treatment. By using medications that block those enzymes, researchers say they were able to boost the effectiveness of prostate cancer treatment. Older adults who get excessively sleepy during the day may face problems with their memory and thinking after having surgery. A Duke University study found daytime sleepiness, which affects about 1 in 5 adults, increases the risk of neurocognitive disorders post-surgery. People who or 60 or over who doze frequently during the day should notify their doctor before surgery. October is Menopause Awareness Month. More than 1.3 million U.S. women go through menopause every year. Until recently, menopause and the time just before it, called perimenopause, wasn't really talked about much, but experts say awareness can help people through this natural part of life. Mandy Gaither has 5 facts on OBGYN says that everyone should know.
It's a natural part of aging. Menopause is officially reached when there's been 12 months without a menstrual cycle and no other underlying medical condition.
Every woman who starts having a period is going to go through menopause.
OBGYN Dr. Sujatha Reddy says the first thing to know about this phase in life is that it's different for every woman. She says the transition often begins between ages 45 and 58 in a time called perimenopause, with the average age being around 52 years old.
The ovaries stop ovulating, stop making hormone, and it's that drop or change in hormones that can really lead to symptoms that for some women can really affect your day-to-day life.
Next, some of those symptoms can include hot flashes, night sweats, reduced bladder control, weight gain, irritability, joint pain, and dry skin. Third, menopause increases risk for some health problems, including heart disease and bone loss.
For patients who are in their mid-50s and their periods have stopped, that's when I try to get a baseline bone density scan to see where we're starting, because as your estrogen stays low, you can lose more bone.
Fourth, self-care can help ease the burden of symptoms. That includes regular exercise, getting good quality sleep, and maintaining a healthy weight. Reddy says limiting caffeine and alcohol may also make a difference. And finally, there are hormonal and non-hormonal treatments available.
Don't suffer. Come to your healthcare provider and have a conversation.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
All right, good morning, everybody. Let's get into your forecast. Thanks for joining us this morning on CBS 19 Plus. Because of how dry it's been and how dry it's going to be over the next few days, we have that high to even very high risk for fire danger. So anything that lights on fire can spread very, very quickly. That's basically what that means. So especially in our easternmost counties, including cities like Longview, Gilmer, Jefferson, Center, Lufkin, especially within that high, very, very high risk here across those parts of the area. That's what we're watching for as we go forward, as long as that ridge of high pressure stays in place. And that's where those burn bans are still coming into play here. We still got plenty of burn bans here across East Texas, including Jefferson, Carthage Center, Lufkin, Jacksonville, Palestine, and also Crockett. Basically all of those areas, all of those counties that are within the red have those burn bans until further notice. Now, luckily, we do have some rainfall on the way as we move into this weekend. Humidity staying nice and low. Friday and Saturday, you can see that little increase in humidity there. That marks our next system that's going to be coming in. So we got rainfall in place, or expected, I should say, going into Saturday evening and going into Sunday morning. And then a cold front will move in. We'll have some much cooler and drier air on the other side. This is what it could potentially look like here. So here's that cold front. There's East Texas. We got some showers and thunderstorms expected to trigger off of this cold front. Some of those showers and thunderstorms that do develop out of this cold front will be strong to severe with 60-mile-per-hour winds. We do have a slight risk in place across some parts of East Texas. Basically, I-20 northeastward is where we're expecting those strong to severe thunderstorms to develop, mainly off to the north and east. The bullseye right overhead Arkansas, expecting at least 1/4 of an inch of rain, probably a little bit higher, especially within some of those heavier thunderstorms. Our next 7 days, pretty quiet until then. Weather impact alert in place for that threat for severe weather going into Saturday and Sunday.
All right, thanks, Joel. When you think of a car, most of us picture a way to get from point A to point B. But for one East Texas man, cars are more than just that. They're actually rolling works of art. The lowrider is an important part of Mexican-American culture, and it always stands out no matter which way it's moving down the highway, maybe up or down even. Riverdale shows us how this auto repair shop owner is taking old rust buckets and transforming them into lowriders that turn heads everywhere you go.
I got into cars, I was about 15, 16 years old.
Inside Joe's Auto Works, you'll find Joel Alvarado.
I got my first car, it was a 79 Monte Carlo.
Taking rusty automobiles and restoring them to their former glory.
My dad actually bought it for me and just fixed that one up as a lowrider.
Lowriders are customized rides that come with cool paint jobs and modified hydraulics that give them a little bounce, like this. Pretty slick, right? Joel owns multiple lowriders.
Well, I had a 62 Impala convertible that I did from the ground up, and I sold it. And I recently bought this one, this 57 Bel Air, and I also have that Cadillac, 1996 Cadillac Fleetwood.
The cars are moving works of art.
I had to do something custom.
That let the driver stand out in a traffic jam.
I can't pull up at the light and another car right beside me and we look alike, you know.
Joel is a part of the Unicos Car Club that was started by his brother and his friends.
You don't want to pull up to a car show with a beat-up car. You want to come out looking clean, you know, as flawless as you can.
Hey, the car says a lot about the guy behind the wheel.
Basically, how you carry yourself, that's how you should carry about your car, you know.
For Joel, it's the joy of creating a one-of-one that makes all the toil and sweat worth it.
Just having people admire it, you know, as you're going by.
For lowriders, it's not just about the go, it's about the show. In Tyler, Will Riddell, CBS 19.
All right, well, thanks so much. Let's get back to our question of the day this morning. It's a sweet one, literally. What are some of your favorite desserts? We talked about a lot of chocolate, key lime, pecan pies. I think we got some people on Facebook chiming in as well.
When I was a kid, it was definitely ice cream of some sort.
I don't know what mine was as a kid. I think maybe cake would be the most generic one, but
I liked Oreos too.
Oreos were good. Chocolate chip cookies.
I remember growing up eating popsicles. Those are really good too. If that's even considered dessert, I guess it could be.
It could be, and it's healthier.
It is a lot healthier.
Yeah.
I still love popsicles.
They're good.
I'm trying to think what other desserts I truly love. I don't indulge too often.
I love cheesecakes.
Oh, I do too.
Anything cheesecake related.
Oh, yeah.
The one dessert I tried pretty recently, the last couple of years, tiramisu.
I was about to say that. That is my son's favorite.
Tiramisu.
He loves tiramisu. We had Hampton's birthday last night, and we had two different desserts. We had a cookie cake, and then also a nothing but cake, and those are also very, very good.
Very good.
I prefer, I'm going to do it. I'm going to have red velvet. She had the confetti, but it was
red
also
velvet is
yummy.
good too. It's chocolate. They're just plain colored.
I do like that.
Red.
And donuts. Oh.
Is that a dessert or breakfast?
I don't know. I don't know what you call that.
It's a sweet treat
It's a sweet treat for sure.
The sweets.
So many things. Let's see what the people are saying. People are talking over on Facebook. Debbie agrees with you on the key lime pie. She also says
amazing.
Strawberry banana cheesecake.
Oh, very specific.
Which I've never tried before. I usually am just like a
plain cheesecake.
Plain cheesecake.
The most fancy I've gotten with my cheesecake is like a strawberry puree on top, like a jam or jelly.
And Matt says that. He likes strawberry cheesecake. I'm guessing that's what I think. I forgot to mention my favorite birthday cake. For me, it's strawberry.
Strawberry?
I love strawberry cake, yeah. Let's see, what else? Laquita says pecan pie. I agree. If we're talking holidays, it is definitely pecan pie. And Lance says pudding or any of Sweet Nisha's sweets. Banana pudding and her cheesecakes.
I was going to say, pudding is a very underrated
pudding,
dessert that we grew up with as kids. We had the little pudding cups. What was it called?
Right.
Oh, I forget.
Jello pudding?
I
think so, yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I almost forgot to mention apple pie I really like as well.
Apple pie is good.
Apple pie is really good. Donnie says brown butter Rice Krispie treats. I've never had them with brown butter.
That's very specific.
I need to investigate.
There's the Dubai chocolates. Those are good
so
too.
Good.
That just came to me
Because we
right
love
now.
pistachio.
We do. Pistachio is so good. Pistachio ice cream. We just go on and on and on and on about desserts.
We could.
I'll just talk about it rather than eat it.
Right? It saves us the calories, but calories don't count today.
That way.
No, they don't.
All right, we're about to step away for a moment while we break in to our over-the-air broadcast. You know, we got a news update coming up.
That's right. We'll be right back here on CBS 19 Plus. Good morning, all. I'm Jesus Martinez.
And I'm Dana Dixon. Thanks for being with us for this news update. A Tyler man is sentenced to 30 years in prison after pleading guilty to murdering his brother. Prosecutors say last July, 33-year-old Jody Morgan told his father he was hearing voices that told him to shoot his 38-year-old brother, Jerain Johnson. He was found in his backyard with multiple gunshot wounds and later died at the hospital. The DA's office says the sentence reflects both the crime and Morgan's mental health needs. The Angelina County Sheriff's Office is mourning the loss of Chet Gartman, son-in-law of retired Sheriff Kent Hinson. 52-year-old Gartman passed away Sunday after a long battle with cancer. He was a 31-year law enforcement veteran and served as assistant commander with the Texas Parks and Wildlife Department. Gartman started his career in Nacogdoches County, where he oversaw fleet operations and strategic planning. He is remembered for his dedication and service to East Texas. Family, friends, and colleagues continue to honor his legacy during this difficult time.
Meanwhile, an East Texas inmate is facing new charges after deputies say he assaulted a detention officer inside the Panola County Jail. Investigators say Lakedrian Thompson threw laundry at a correctional officer, then hit him in the face during a struggle Sunday night. That officer was taken to the hospital and later released with a mild concussion. Thompson is now facing additional charges of a public servant on top of the several existing charges, including aggravated assault and stalking. All right, it is the sweetest time of the year here in East Texas. Of course, we're talking about the annual East Texas Jamboree. It returns this week, starting tomorrow, running all the way through the 18th in Gilmer. This beloved festival draws about 100,000 visitors each year up to the Upshur County for days filled with fun, food, and tradition. While the yam or the sweet potato that inspired the event no longer is in crop, the celebration lives on. Start with livestock shows, live music, exhibits, and of course a carnival that takes over the courthouse square every morning. And starting tomorrow, you won't want to miss the Queen's coronation and the youth parade on Friday. For a full schedule of events, you can visit jamboree.com.
Yeah, hopefully they'll get some good weather for that.
And it's not too hot, maybe, Joel?
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit toasty, but the weather is going to be great. I mean, the low humidity and the lack of rainfall, lots of sunshine is going to be great. But on the other hand, got the fire danger risk out there across much of the eastern half of the area. High to even very high risks for fire danger here across the eastern half of our viewing area. That basically means that the conditions are really good for fires to spread, which is obviously not good for us. We still have burn bans in place for places like Jefferson, Carthage Center, Lufkin, Crockett, Palestine, and Jacksonville. All the counties you see in red still within that burn ban until further notice. So do not burn anything, especially if you are within those counties. Now that humidity is still going to be very comfortable until we get to Friday and Saturday. This marks our next system that'll be coming in with some rainfall, and then we'll see some cooler temperatures and much drier air right on the other side. Some of these showers and thunderstorms that do develop could be strong to severe.
News before you go this morning. Tearful mourners gathered in Tel Aviv to honor 4 deceased Israeli hostages. On Monday, all 20 remaining hostages were reunited with their families after more than 2 years in captivity. President Trump praised the ceasefire deal that he helped broker, while celebrations also took place in Gaza after nearly 2,000 Palestinian prisoners were released. But key questions remain about how Hamas, reconstruction, and Gaza's future will all work out.
Well, the city of Tyler is asking residents to keep following water restrictions after the damage at Lake Palestine treatment plant late last week. Flooding forced a partial shutdown, and only half of the filters are working right now. Repairs are underway, but the timeline is still unclear on when that'll be done. Officials say costs won't impact your bills, though, as funds are coming from existing city projects.
Well, the Gilmer Jamboree runs from the 15th through the 18th of this month, drawing around 100,000 visitors for fun, food, and all the tradition. Though yams aren't a major crop anymore there, the festival shines with livestock shows, live music exhibits, and a carnival for you each night. Don't miss the Queen's coronation on Wednesday and Youth Parade Friday. You can visit jamboree.com for all the details. And we've been hoping they're going to get some good weather for that and the Rose Festival.
Yeah, all of that is going to be in really good shape as we move into the next few days. Let's take a look at your 7-day forecast as we go forward. Temperatures still on the warmer side in the upper 80s, but lots of sunshine for the next couple of days. Partly cloudy skies for your Thursday and Friday as a cold front moves in a little bit closer. That will trigger some rain chances for the second half of your Saturday and the first half of your Sunday. Some of those showers and thunderstorms that do develop from that cold front will have that potential to be strong to severe with gusty winds and some the potential for some large hail and some of the storms. So that's why we do have a weather impact alert for the second half of Saturday into the first half of Sunday. So we will keep you updated on that. On top of that, we got some cooler temperatures on the other side, down to 82 for Sunday and 84 for Monday.
All right, Joel, thanks so much. Well, some armadillos in Rhode Island, that is, got into the spooky spirit a little bit early with a snack. The Roger Williams Park Zoo shared video of these animals digging into this pumpkin stuffed with buggy treats. There are a whole bunch of bugs in there, right? The zoo joked on social media saying our armadillos had a real gourd time. Now that's festive feasting, if you ask me.
I mean, look at them going to town.
They got 2 for 1. They got bugs and their veggies in there.
Wow.
Yum for them.
Not for me. They can
Just don't come to my doorstep.
Yeah.
I'm not going to carve mine up though, so I should be
A-okay.
clear.
Can you imagine what they would do with that big pumpkin?
They'd eat it.
The big one, the 2,000.
I wonder how many
earlier.
raccoons or armadillos it would take to eat that huge pumpkin that we talked about earlier.
Man, oh man.
I
Yeah, they're
don't know,
going to
but they're
town
happy
there.
as can be.
As long as they're happy, not with us.
That's right. All right, thanks for continuing your day with us here on Morning Y'all on CBS 19 Plus. Don't forget to catch the noon show coming up on CBS 19 and CBS 19 Plus.
That's right. You'll be here for the latest news and weather throughout the day. Here's what's coming up later this morning, and we'll see you dark and early tomorrow.